Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video, I want to share my 5 tips on how to make your website faster. Coming up. Alright, so let's start off with tip number 1, and that is CDNs. Now, a CDN is a content delivery network. What it does is, when activated, they have servers in different parts of the world or different continents. So when people access your website, they're not accessing it from a single location, and this makes your website faster. Now, there are quite a few services out there, but the one that I use is built within the hosting company that I'm with, and this is Flywheel. And also WP Engine also has this inbuilt, which is really good. But of course you can use other services to plug this in and make it work. So let me just show you quickly where you would find this. So right now I'm in my admin dashboard and this is my website. So if I want to access the CDN, I'll come over here to advanced. And over here is where I just go all the way down here and find a CDN powered by Fastly. So all I have to do is to activate it and boom, that's it. With one click, it's activated, and I'm guaranteed to at least one step to improving my website to make it load faster. Now, of course, loading websites that load faster are very important because it increases your conversions and also help your website rank. Okay, so that's number 1. This is your CDN. The next one is image compression. So sometimes when we add, or in fact, most of the time, me included, I upload some of my images without actually optimizing them in a program like Photoshop to decrease the size. So what happens is, when the website loads up, it takes quite a long time to process that image because, as you can imagine, these images are large and they take a lot of time to load up. So you can imagine, let's say you have hundreds of posts on your website. This can have a massive toll on your website. So this is why you need to compress these images and reduce the image sizes to make it faster. And a service that I recommend is one called Smush It, but again, there's quite a few out there that you can use. So this one here is quite good. It's a plugin, you just install it, and they also had a paid option, which of course, if you have way more images, you would end up paying a bit extra for that particular service. But what it does is you can add it on your website and it just pretty much goes through all your images in your media folder and pretty much compresses them. So it's a fantastic idea, and this will make your website faster. Now, moving on, let's move on to number 3, and this is caching. Now, this is really powerful. Caching is very important on your website because it makes your website faster. And what it does is it preloads or has that information on your website ready for the next visitor to come in and view that website. So this plugin here does a fantastic job. I use this as well, WP Rocket. It is great, and you can see here it has quite a lot of people that are using it. It's over 1 million. So this is really cool. Now, there's also something I need to mention, and that is, if you're using, say, WP Engine or Flywheel, they also have a inbuilt caching system, and this is free on the, not free, but it comes with your plan, so which is fantastic. So you get your CDN, you get also your caching capability on your website. So these are the 2 services that I use that have these inbuilt, but you can also use a plugin like this one here, WP Rocket. It is fantastic. The UI is also very easy to use. The next one is, if you want to make your website faster, you need to really look at the type of hosting that you have. A lot of the times we think, oh, it could be the page builder that is slow. Is it Divi that's slow? Is it Elementor that's slow? But it all comes down to the type of hosting you have. So the cheapest one, which is pretty much your $3, $5 a month type plans, these are mostly known as shared hosting. So pretty much you're sharing resources on the same server. So when you share resources, you can imagine if you have someone on that server that has a very busy website, that is going to affect you on that server, therefore making your website slow. So even if you implement a CDN and you implement the caching and all of that, the fact that you're on a server that is shared, this could slow down your website. So in my case, if you take a look at WP Engine and Get Flywheel, these 2 companies are not shared platform. It's managed hosting, but it's definitely faster than the cheaper options that you get out there. All right, so moving on to number 5, and this one here is very important because sometimes, we can't help but install quite a lot of plugins on our website because we like this functionality, that functionality, and so on. But to be honest, this is one source of a problem which could actually end up slowing your website. So you do need to take note and use the plugins that you really need. At some point, even I had about 20 plugins running on my website. And really, if you take stock, you'll notice that you don't really need all these plugins. So plugins do make your website slow because as you update them, and even before you update them, you might even be having conflicts because remember, this is code, and when you have so many gears working in the machine, this can really, slow down your website. So that is the 5th thing. So only use plugins that you really need to use, and also make sure that you keep them updated for security reasons, and also just to basically make your website faster. If there's anything that I missed, let me know in the video description below. Otherwise, these are my 5 tips on how to make your website faster. Now, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button. By doing that, you'll be notified when I release new tutorials. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.